Today we are going to study about the kinds of sentences. In our last period, we have studied about the words, letters, the sentences and subject and predicate. Today we are going to study about the sentences. Yesterday in our last video we have studied complete sentence, but now we have to study about the kinds of sentences. In today's period we are going to study about sentences and its four kinds. Yesterday we have studied there are four kinds of sentences. Today we are going to study about statement. Okay, so what is a statement? Statement, it is also, as I told you, it is also known as assertive sentence. It is also known as declarative sentence. So the same sentence, it is also called as statement, it is also called as assertive sentence, it is also called as declarative sentence. Now we have to study about the statement, how it is made. So first of all, I would like to teach you the definition of it. What is the definition of a statement? So a sentence that asserts states or declares something is called assertive sentence. It is called assertive sentence. Here we have studied that declarative sentence is here a sentence that asserts, states or declares. Let me tell you, it asserts, states or declares something is called assertive sentence. Let me give you an example. Ram is playing football. Here Ram is playing football. We are asserting something. We are making a statement here. That Ram is playing football. We can make it something that today is holiday. It is also asserting or stating something. Today is holiday. Or declaring we will go for trip. We will go for trip. In this sentence, we are declaring something. These are the examples of statement. Statement, assertive or declarative. Ram is playing football. Today is holiday. We will go for a trip. Today is a holiday. So in this sentence we have studied that these sentences are making assertion or stating something or declaring something. That's why these sentences are called sentence, okay, assertive or declarative sentence. Now let me tell you that here we can see that there are two parts. This is subject and that is predicate. In these sentences we see subject and predicate. Okay, so in these sentences we see the subject and predicate. So we can call it as statement, because in statement a clear statement is given. Now let me tell you some points that we have to remember, that every statement begins with capital letter. Okay, so I will note down it here. Every statement begins with capital letter. Okay. Every statement begins with capital letter. Now let me tell you that now I have given the example, and every of the example is written with capital letter. Every statement begins with capital letter. Second point is, there is a full stop. Full stop is added at the end of it. End of it. We add full stop at the end of statement, assertive or declarative sentence. We begin it with capital letter and end with full stop. Understood? We begin it with capital letter and end with full stop. The statement जिसको हम विधानार्थी कहते हैं, इसको हम कैपिटल लेटर से शुरू करते हैं और एंड उसका फुल स्टॉप से करते हैं. एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे दे रहा हूं मैं. एग्जाम्पल इस स्टेटमेंट का, वी आर टेकिंग ऑनलाइन क्लासेस. Here I have started with capital letter and ended with full stop. Understood? This is statement. Now we will study about the second part. Okay, the second kind of sentence. So what is the second kind of sentence? The second kind of sentence is interrogative. Interrogative sentence. Okay, so we are going to study about interrogative sentence. What is an interrogative sentence? As I told you that interrogative sentence is also known as a question. It is also known as a question. Interrogative sentence is also known as question. Now, how a question is made? Or we can define it as a sentence that asks something is called interrogative sentence. Okay, interrogative sentence जिसको हम क्वेश्चन भी बोलते हैं, it begins with a sentence that asks something is called interrogative sentence. ये हमको एक सवाल पूछता है. It asks us a question. For example, what is your name? What is your name? Second thing, can you play with me? Here, look. What is your name? Can you play with me? In this interrogative sentence, we have asked two different questions. What is your name? Here, it begins with WH word and ends with question mark. So we will note it down that it begins with WH word or helping verb and ends with question mark. So take it down, write it in your notebook. How to make a WH question. Okay, WH question you must have to remember. Okay, it begins with helping verb or interrogative noun, interrogative adjective or interrogative adverb. Okay, so interrogative question, it begins with helping verb or interrogative pronoun, interrogative adjective or interrogative adverbs. And the second point that you have to remember, that it ends with question mark or question mark. Okay, so interrogative question, it ends with question mark. Now keep in mind that interrogative sentence is also known as question, and question has two basic things that we have to remember. It begins with helping verb or interrogative pronoun, interrogative adjective or interrogative adverb, and it ends with question mark. Okay, these are the interrogative sentences. Now let's study how it is made. Okay, how it is made, or how many kinds of questions are there. How many kinds of questions are there? There are two types of questions. There are two types of questions. First, which is verbal question. Verbal question. First one is verbal question. It is also known as yes no type question. Yes no type question. Okay, interrogative sentence is that there are two types. First one is verbal question. Okay, it is also known as yes no type question. It is also known as, okay, so the second one is WH question. The second is WH question. Okay, there are two types of questions, verbal question and WH question. Let's study how do we make these questions. हम अभी इसको कैसे बनाएंगे ये सीखेंगे. वर्बल क्वेश्चन कैसे बनाया जाता है. चलिए तो हम देखते हैं वर्बल क्वेश्चन कैसे बनाया जाता है. As I told you that verbal question begins with helping verb. Okay, so verbal question is also known as yes no type question. So we can write it here, a question that asks, the answer is called okay. A question that asks the answer in only yes or no is called verbal question. वर्बल क्वेश्चन में हमको सिर्फ यस नो का ही आंसर देना पड़ता है, तो इसलिए हम इसको बनाते हैं हेल्पिंग वर्ब से. सो वी नीड टू लर्न अबाउट द हेल्पिंग वर्ब. सो आई विल लिस्ट हियर द हेल्पिंग वर्ब. हेल्पिंग वर्ब do, does, did, am, is, are, was, were. Have, has, had. These are primary helping verbs. Okay, these are called primary helping verbs. And when we use these primary helping verb, we can make questions. Now the models are also there. Can, could, may, might, shall, will, should, would, must, out, out to. Need to. These are called modal auxiliaries or modal helping verbs. With the help of these two sections, we can make verbal question. Here, this is actually primary helping verb. These are primary helping verb, and these are called modals. Okay, with the help of these two, we can make interrogative sentence. Understood? Now, I will give you the example how these sentences are made. Okay. With the help of these models and with the help of these primary auxiliaries, we can make verbal questions. Okay, so when we make verbal questions, we need to use the sentence pattern. We have studied while making a sentence, we need a subject and a predicate. We need a subject and a predicate. हमको सेंटेंस बनाने के लिए एक सब्जेक्ट और प्रेडिकेट की आवश्यकता होती है. Same in the question, we need to use that thing, but with the help of helping word. Here, do you play cricket? Look that in the question we have used helping verb in the beginning and the question mark at the end. Can you swim in the river? Here I have used a model and I have given question mark. Look at it is interrogative question, and in this question do is a helping verb and a question mark is given there. And it begins with, as I told you, it begins with helping verb. Can is a model and the question mark is given there. In this way, these sentences are called interrogative sentences or a question, and they often ask you the answer in yes or no. Now we are going to study about a WH question. We are going to study about a WH question. Now, how to make a WH question? Let me tell you. There is a simple way of making WH question. As we know that the element of sentences, we must have to omit that element from the verbal question, and we have to use WH word in the beginning. But first of all, what is a WH question? A question that needs a detailed answer, or a question that asks informative answer. Okay, in WH question, we here can see that a WH question that needs a detailed answer or a question that asks informative answers is called WH question. WH question is always begins with a WH word, as I told you, and it also ends with question mark. Now we are going to study about how a WH question is formed. Now we will study it in detail how a WH question is formed. Let's study a WH question. A WH question is formed, as I told you, with interrogative pronoun. We need to learn interrogative pronoun. Okay, so what are the interrogative pronouns? Who, what, which, whose, whom. These are the interrogative pronouns. These are the interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronoun, ये interrogative pronoun है, we have to study them in detail. The second, interrogative adjective. Interrogative adjective. Now, interrogative adjective, we are going to study about interrogative adjective. These are interrogative adjective. What, which, whose. Okay, these are interrogative adjective. Now let me tell you about interrogative adverb. Interrogative adverbs also helps us to make WH question. Interrogative adverbs. When, where, how, okay, these are, and why. These are interrogative adverbs. These questions help us to make a question. Let me give you a separate list of these words and we can see them how they are made and how the questions are made with it. Okay. If you want to write, you just make a pause and you can write it on the board. Whatever given on the board, you can take it down. Okay. So I will give you. Actually, there are 7 W's. What are 7 W's? 7 W's means what, who, which, when, where, why, and how. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are what? 7 W's. Without this, we cannot make any questions. So we need to make questions with the help of these WH words. That's why they are called 7 W's. Okay. Now, with the help of these, we can make a question. Who are you?